I'm also promising to veto any spending that exceeds revenue.
Hi everybody, John Foster, September 2012. I'm making this video for my friends who keep asking, what's the deal with Gary Johnson? They know I spent 3 days last year riding with Johnson, and they always say, I've read amazing things about this guy. Is it true? Does he live up to the hype in real life? I'd never met Johnson, but his campaign issued an open invitation to join him on his 500-mile ride across New Hampshire. So I got a handlebar mount for my camera and hit the road. It was a small crew. Johnson, his son Eric, and his fiancée Kate, waving here, and then various other friends and supporters. So for 3 days it was breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and 50 miles on the road. Prepping the bikes, packing them up, the whole 9 yards. You get to know people. So does Johnson live up to the hype? Is he really this uber athlete, intellectual, down-to-earth good guy? In a word, yeah. I mean, start with the obvious. Johnson is physically courageous. His Everest climb is emblematic of that. But that's only one of dozens of such feats. This is a guy who has stared death in the face many times. I can't help contrasting that with Barack Obama, who won't allow plastic forks in a room full of supporters. No kidding. Plastic forks. But enough on physical courage. What about moral courage? The ability to do what's right in the face of strong resistance. The two don't always go together. Just look at John McCain, who's an amazing physical hero, but a pandering moral coward. For Johnson, physical and moral courage are two sides of the same coin. As governor, he vetoed hundreds of bills from both parties. He said no to lobbyists, no to special interest groups, and no to the GOP. Unlike everybody else running for president, this man has a spine. So where does Johnson's moral courage come from? Who knows? But I believe it's his commitment to the truth, good or bad. Like death, he's not afraid to stare it in the face. Here's something he said about his childhood.
In the 3rd grade, when I found out that Santa Claus didn't exist, the first thing that came to my mind was, that means the Easter Bunny doesn't exist, and that means the Tooth Fairy doesn't exist either.
I think that dedication to the truth is also reflected in his frugality and his respect for others.
I turned out the lights when I was governor of New Mexico. I told the guys on the security detail about the first thing I said when I was on the security detail, will you guys shut the car off when we're not going anywhere? We just turn the motor off? Who do you think pays for the gas?
Here's Johnson confronting our financial situation and how irresponsibly our government is dealing with it.
This is my line. I mean, we'd like to believe in Santa Claus. We really would. Like, it's going to work out. And these guys can't be that stupid that they'll let this happen. This can't happen because this is the United States and we have this glorious history. And they're not that stupid. They won't let it happen. It's happening. It's happening.
So take it from me, Gary Johnson is the real deal. He has the vision and the courage to handle the problems that we face.
In the last year, up to 70% of ongoing spending by the government was basically printed money. Where it really gets to be the monetary collapse is that with the rollover of treasuries and the new added debt, that we get to the point that 100% of that is printed money. That is the end, and we are not far away from that happening.